It's time to feel the rage. Welcome to Film Rage, where we talk movies in theaters, streaming, and classic films as well. Directors and actors beware, as you cannot hide from the rage. My name is Bryce, and I'm part of the Film Rage crew, which also includes Jim. Hey there, Jim.
Hey, Bryce.
And we got the Merman. How you doing, Murray? How was your week?
Excruciating.
Excruciating?
It's snowing.
And I still don't have my car.
There you go.
What do you need a car for?
Cars
to
are
do
for
stuff.
Suckers.
Have you ever heard of public transit?
Yeah, it doesn't happen in my neighborhood.
There you
I gotta
go.
walk everywhere.
You've got a C train within walking distance.
Yeah, that's too far.
It's really not that far, Murray.
It really is.
It's winter.
I've been to where you live.
Yeah, no, it really
And I've
is.
been to that C train station.
It really is too far.
Okay.
There in the winter, it's not fun.
No.
Remember? It's minus 20, Bryce.
Yeah, you just dress.
Temperature of Calgary.
Yeah, you didn't.
You just dress for it, Jim.
Yeah, says the guy
sounds-
who's still at home. He hasn't went outside today yet.
Actually, I did. I shoveled the walk, even though it doesn't look like
Yeah,
it.
it doesn't look like it.
Because, well, if you look left and right, it looks like it. But at any rate, yes, it's continuing to snow, and it was a
Yes.
bit of an exercise in futility.
Yes.
But how just
It's an
dress?
hour
you
and
just
a
got.
half.
My point is, you just got to dress for the weather. I take backstroke in minus 30-degree weather.
Good for you.
We go hikes up. We go for like
Good for
2-hour
you.
hikes, and it's fantastic. You should
There you
join
go.
us.
No.
Should I call you up next time?
No.
I'll come and pick you up.
In his
We'll go
smart
for a
car,
hike.
Murray.
No.
In his smart car.
2-hour hike.
In a smart car, which only
In
fits
the
one
middle-
person.
I will
blizzard.
clear out the passenger seat. Usually I don't, but for you, Merman, I will.
Whatever.
I'm trying.
Time's ticking. Let's go.
So with the introductions out of the way, let's rage on.
Thanks to all who've been supporting us. If you love our independent podcast, or even just like it a little bit, please like, subscribe, share, and give us 5-star or any rating on your listening platform. Or you can dare us to see a terrible film, and if it played in a cinema anywhere in the world, we'll watch it. Now, let's get to raging.
Hey, we almost got to the end of the music.
Almost.
Because you wouldn't stop talking.
Yeah. Trying to push Merman's button. With amazing Merman.
Predict.
With amazing Merman.
Predict.
Will he predict the rage or will he predict the
Mondo?
Mondo? Will he tell us all what Jim and Bryce are and
The movies.
Better watch out, kids, because here he comes. He's grumpy and snowy for you. Crunching on the snow, Marie. Crunching on the snow.
Crunch on the snow.
Crunching all the way to
All right,
our
shut up.
hearts, our little rage-filled hearts. Crunch.
Well, we almost have a 6-pack this week. Or,
So close.
maybe we don't.
We
Well,
don't.
yeah, we wasn't sure if Bryce
It's
was
like
going to see the
when
goat.
your buddy comes over and brings a 6-pack, but there's only 5 in them because he drank one on the way. That's
Exactly.
what we have.
That's right. Because there was 6.
To our list, the first one is Crime 101 with Thor and the Hulk
Together again.
and Storm,
Together again.
all in the same movie.
Yeah, superheroes extraordinaire.
Well, spoiler alert, I didn't really enjoy
This was an Avengers sequel?
No, it's just an Avengers type movie. It should have been an Avengers movie. Spoiler alert, I didn't enjoy this one very much, so I'm guessing you guys really didn't. I'm going to go double rage.
Whoa.
Good luck,
a
have
bold call.
fun, don't die. With our buddy Sam Rockwell.
Sammy.
I like Sam Rockwell.
We do
I
like
love Sam
It'd
Rockwell.
still be mesmerizing, just saying.
Except he got beat out.
You got knocked
Whatever.
out, man.
Unfairly,
You
unjustly.
got to be mesmerizing all
All
the
the
time.
time.
He is, all the time.
I think wasn't it in 7 Psychopaths that he got knocked out,
Who
I
knows? Who
think?
cares?
Not sure.
That was
Anyway,
so long ago.
I saw this with Jim, and we laughed our butts off. I think he might have mondoed it.
Mondo
and,
dit.
And I
Mondo
don't
dit.
think Bryce did, so meh. Wuthering Heights. Can't believe you guys went to see that.
Sure did.
Every
guess-
time I hear the name Wuthering Heights, I just want to sing that Kate Bush song.
What, the mountain song?
No, the Wuthering Heights song.
Oh.
Look it up. It's fantastic.
Sure, whatever.
It'll get stuck in your head.
It was Valentine's Day, so you guys actually had someone to spend it with. So,
That's right.
But yeah, much as I love Margot Robbie, I think this is double rage.
And we went to it together.
And we went to it together. We
Did
held
you?
hands.
Wow.
And it
There's
was a
something
little
messed up about that.
There was a little romance.
Valentine's Day weekend, and the only movie for couples you guys went to together.
Is it
Yeah.
a movie for couples?
We're movie
I would think
soulmates,
so.
Murray. We're movie
Right.
soulmates. Why would I want to see this with anybody else?
Nirvana, the band, the show,
The
the road
movie.
tour, the movie, whatever
Yes.
they're up to now.
Yes.
I also saw this, well, most of it. I don't know. I think it got a little weird there in the middle. Double meh.
Okay.
Cold storage.
Cold storage.
Speaking of cold, my guy Liam Neeson.
OMN.
Liam Neeson's back, baby. I liked it a lot. I don't know if you guys, because it's got Liam Neeson in it, and at least one of you doesn't like him.
That's not
I
even
can't
true.
remember who it is.
Both of us like Liam Neeson.
When he acts properly.
Anyway, double meh for that one.
All right.
When have we ever said we don't like Liam Neeson?
Multiple
We don't
times.
like Liam Neeson movies. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Okay, that's same.
There's a
No,
that's
it's
not the
not.
same thing.
Because
it's the
he's,
complete
once
opposite.
again, he is a good actor and he can act well. And then he just,
Given the right movie.
we're just tired of seeing Old Man Neeson
Solve crimes.
hobble his way through frickin' action movies where he looks like his knees are gonna give out.
And what was he doing this one? Oh yeah, his back gave out on
He
this
wa-
one.
Yeah,
that's
that's
why
that's
it's what's
why it's
this
probably
one.
not going to be as bad.
Exactly.
Whatever.
There's a huge difference. All right, okay. What are we talking about? Crime
By the way,
101.
just in case you're wondering,
Yes.
my computer's not working.
Oh, okay.
Shocker.
I was worried for a minute,
Let's just stop everything now.
and
wait for
then
his computer to
and then I
boot up.
remembered he has a brand new computer. It
which
takes
he never
seconds
used.
to boot up, but instead he's going to spend the whole podcast trying to get this piece of garbage from 1974.
Oh, a blue circle just came on.
There you go. You're almost there. All right, so Crime 101. This is a heist film
Is it?
that is in competition with itself, Murray. And what is it competing in, you ask? Stupidity, convenience, ridiculous, boredom, and finally annoyance to the viewer. I could list the entire story, but suffice to say, at the best of times, I absolutely despise heist films for multiple reasons, and this one is a whole new level of awful. It starts with a thief who is meticulous and recently paranoid, and he plans a job and gives it to his partner. Said partner then hands it off to a two-bit hood. Our meticulous mastermind finds all this out and even says the main hit that they're going to build up to at the end is something he shouldn't do. And yet, despite knowing he's being followed, despite being so meticulous, he somehow doesn't realize Mark Ruffalo is a cop. Instead, he thinks he's the security guy, even though he's, and I'm putting this in heavy quotes, meticulous.
He's suspicious.
Oh yeah, he totally
He raised an eyebrow. He was looking at him fidgeting, and he knew something was up, but he was so far in deep, Jim. You're not getting the little nuances.
Oh, okay. I'm probably not, Bryce. Probably not.
No, because
half of my disappointment.
You're so blind to your rage over this movie that
Because
you started
it's-
missing things.
Oh,
You're looking for stuff to get upset about.
They just came, Bryce. I didn't have to look.
Anyways, keep
half
on
my
going.
disappointment with this movie is because of his meticulousness, and then his failure to deal with said meticulousness.
See, now you're beat. That's fair. Your other statement wasn't.
It
Go
was
ahead.
no, because here's the thing: his meticulous, as they were spelling it out, would have showed he would have figured out who the fucking
But he was
security guy
he was in that. He was in too deep at that
No,
point, man.
I'm talking
You had
about
to play it out.
before he even got there.
Yeah.
He would have known it wasn't him.
But
Period. End of sentence.
nah.
And don't be dumb, because he wouldn't have. He would have
Yeah.
known. He does all these other things, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm not
But
even going
that
to follow
would've-
up. I'm not even going to follow up on Halle Berry. I'm just going to give her this.
Jim,
She's going to give me information."
Jim, that would have gotten him in the way of the story.
Oh, okay. That's.
I don't know why you're bringing logic into this again.
I don't know why either. It's
It's
because
a popcorn movie.
it's just one frustrating thing after another. All the while, the director is trying to convince us this guy is so clever. And that, so is this movie. Here's a clue. He isn't, and the movie wasn't. Most of the time, I was bored. So I thought boredom was going to win with the competition, I said earlier. But then the ending happens. And somehow that even made it worse. The biggest
Didn't
issue...
it, though?
The biggest issue is that
That
the performances...
ending, holy crap.
The performances actually in this aren't bad.
No.
They aren't great either, but they're not bad.
Hey, anytime you got Mark Ruffalo, you're gonna get a lesson in acting.
That's right.
Okay, there's not even one correct statement in that sentence. All right, so where was I? Oh yeah, the biggest thing about this was the performances weren't bad. But you know what? Everything else was. This made me rage. I hated every single scene of this movie. I hated everything in this movie except the acting.
There you go.
This was horrible. It was a rage. I hated it. I hated it.
Wow. He
Oh, by the
hated
way,
it. He hated it.
oh, by the
Color
way,
me shocked.
I hated this more than any other movie this week, just so you know.
Wow. I thought all the movies were pretty good.
Murray, what do you got?
I was really looking forward to this one.
Oh, good.
Who
It
wasn't?
had my man crush, Aussie hunk Chris Hemsworth.
Yes.
AKA Thor.
Yes.
Mr. Potato, Mark
Yep.
Ruffalo, AKA
Who doesn't
the
know how to
Hulk.
act?
And Halle Berry.
All you do is praise Mark Ruffalo for like the last couple roles, and now
right.
you're poo-pooing him again.
He was in that Emma Stone movie.
Because he's back to trying to pretend to act.
Oh,
if he just
stop
did
it.
comedy, he could do stand-up. I want to see Mark Ruffalo do stand-up.
I
That's
think
all I
that
want.
would be horrible.
I think that would be the only thing he'd be good
also
at.
had Halle Berry, AKA Catwoman / Storm. So we had two people in this movie that command the forces of nature. Just saying.
Wasn't she in a boxing movie?
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I remember her from.
It was Sydney Sweeney.
No.
It even had
What was that boxing movie? I can't even remember the name of it anymore.
Who cares?
Anyway, sorry, Murray.
I'm trying to get through this.
I know.
At some point today.
Yeah, let's keep this podcast down to under an hour.
Yeah, let's try it. I have something to do. It even had that weird but wonderful Barry Keoghan. And it was a heist film.
That's a good description. He
I
is
know at
weird and
least
wonderful.
one of us enjoys heist films. That would be me.
Oh.
Nice.
Unfortunately, this was barely a heist film.
What?
There was some stuff at the beginning
There was.
and a sort of heist at the end. In between, talk.
There's a lot of talkie.
I don't mind a little story and character development, but this film was slow.
It was boring, right?
And we had a rare, crusty old Nick Nolte sighting.
Yeah, he can act for
Although
sure.
I don't know why. He really added nothing to this film. I'm shocked
know.
he's still working with that RFK Jr. voice of his. Plus, he's crazy.
Is he crazy?
Yeah, he's crazy. When I heard that Hemsworth did all his own driving in this film, I was pretty hyped. Turns out
Why?
there wasn't much of that.
Okay.
Just one big car motorbike sequence, and it was
But
too
there was-
brief.
Why are
He
you
was
hyped about him
driving it.
driving?
He was
Because
driving.
he's an
around for a
actor.
bit.
Most actors don't do their own driving. They have stunt drivers.
Yeah.
So most actors don't even have a driver's license?
Some of them
Some
don't.
don't, yeah.
They just
I don't
nobody
think Emma
drives?
Stone- I don't think Emma
nobody-
Stone has one.
They live in Hollywood. They
No,
have
they
drivers.
have drivers driving them around.
Yeah, what do you... Where have
But
you
no.
been?
Luckily,
Huh.
Hemsworth grew up in the Aussie outback,
I
and he
didn't have a
burned around on
driver's
motorbikes and cars
Nice.
his whole life. So
He's
yeah.
cool. He's the best.
Although I did see a video of him flipping a dune buggy, so that wasn't too good. But
Flipping a
he
dune
walked
buggy?
away from it. So
Thank God.
Flipping it?
anyway,
Why would he flip it?
Because
Just drive it.
he's in the sand in the desert.
Can you leave this? This podcast is going to be 7 hours.
No kidding. Go play with your dogs for a while.
Here, Baxter, here's a plastic
and it
bag.
had
I'm confused.
Mark Ruffalo with his hairy back dad bod, gray scruffy beard, seemed to be on the edge of actually finding stuff out. But he had a lot of very convenient help at the right time.
He sure did.
That's good.
Halle Berry, still smoking hot at 53, seemed to lack her usual fiery, feisty attitude. Till the end, anyway.
Is she actually 53?
She's
in this movie.
She's up there.
All right.
Then we have the young Barry. I have seen him completely steal every scene in other movies he's been in. This one, he was a thug on a motorcycle with no self-control or common sense.
I will say this was an odd role for him to take.
Yeah.
It was still good. He still
He
did
was,
a
he
good
was
job
still
at
good,
it.
but yeah.
He was just a punk. What a waste of his talent. It really pains me to see this. This might be Hemsworth's worst performance since that Mad Max film.
Actually, I thought it was one of his best.
I still love you, Thor, but yeah, this is a big old rage.
What?
Yeah, I didn't like
Even
it.
Murray raged.
I wanted to like it so much. It just, nothing happened. It was a heist movie with no action.
Yeah.
There is action.
Not enough.
Okay. See, this is what I remember Halle Berry from.
Oh, Bruised. Yeah, that was what
Yeah,
it was
that's the one.
called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I don't have fond memories of it.
Why?
Because that movie was...
No, it wasn't bad.
Okay. It was horrible.
All right. So yeah, no. What was this movie called again?
Crime 101. It's
101.
like they're teaching us how to do crime, Bryce.
No. Well,
it's
it has a double
not
meaning because it was
double
also along the Highway 101.
101 in California.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? Because he was the 101.
Wow, that completely
guy.
changes my
It
rating.
completely
was-
changes it.
It was clever
It was clever.
because Crime 101 had a dual meaning.
Oh.
It was like he was teaching a class in crime
Right.
as well as...
Yes.
By teaching who? He has no friends.
Yeah, he has no friends. And
Well, he was teaching the audience.
yeah, we didn't
Sure.
learn anything.
Okay.
'cause
I
he-
learned so much.
Okay, let's hear what you learned.
I learned that Mark Ruffalo is still a fine actor and did a very good job in this. I learned that Halle Berry can be in a role and not be annoying because she wasn't in this.
Nope.
I learned that... what else did I learn?
Yeah, that's Crime 101.
Crime doesn't pay.
Apparently, we need to take 102 because this one was just a prequel to 102.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna argue with anything that you said. I mean, nothing. Well, that's not true. I'm gonna argue with a few things that you said, but I already did that. Basically, this is a pretty lazy crime movie. It drones on for way too long. While you are correct, the performances are actually pretty good in it. It's just not a good movie. I don't know why this couldn't have been a good movie though, because all the ingredients were
Yeah.
there for it to.
Yeah.
The fine cast.
All doing their best.
The concept was fine. I like this concept of this cop seeing a pattern and but they didn't press the stuff about him, the department be pushing up against him as much as they should have. Like that should have been more the movie,
Yeah.
more than following Chris Hemsworth around and watching him, drink coffee and
date and just have hookers.
and date some hookers and go on a date with another lady that apparently he falls for, and that turns his whole life around. I don't know.
Yeah.
That was the boring stuff. I wanted to be on the police side of this because the guy that we're following around is not very interesting. Like, his character isn't interesting at all. You know whose character was interesting? Mark Ruffalo's character was interesting. There was a lot going on, but we didn't touch upon any of it,
No.
especially the stuff at the police station. We touched upon it, but that's where the movie was. That they had an agenda. They wanted to have a certain amount of callers. He's holding them up because he's got a theory that's correct. Like, this was good, the good stuff.
Yep.
And it wasn't even in the movie, barely.
You're right.
So I was
was a red herring.
I was very frustrated with this movie. It was a rage. But it had the potential to be good. Like, I want to remake this movie from the police side because
Here's what I want to do
Either
with
that,
this movie.
or just get
I want to
somebody,
forget it ever existed.
or you guys just get somebody that's more interesting. It's like, but I mean, part of it is Hemsworth. I mean, come on, if you're gonna use a Hemsworth, don't use Chris. Of all the Hemsworths to use, Good God.
What's his other brother's name?
Liam.
Luke. Who isn't even an actor.
Luke.
He's not even an actor.
Who's Luke?
He was in one movie.
Good. Well, he would have been probably perfect in this
You know
movie.
what? Here's the
wrong
thing
with
I'm going to
Hemsworth.
say
It was
about
the
Chris
material.
Hemsworth. I think this is one of his better performances, in my opinion. I thought he did a great job.
The character was boring as all get up. There was
Yeah,
nothing
so
there.
that's he. No one plays boring better than him.
There you go.
He did good. All right, what do you got? Buttons?
I don't even understand headlines anymore. I finally got into my computer, and you know what the first thing I see is Logan Paul breaks world record as Pokemon card sells for $16.5 million. I don't even know what that sentence means.
Exactly what it says. Apparently, he had this rare Pokemon card, and he sold it for $16 million because he's a douchebag. End of story.
I don't understand.
You know,
Anyway,
I'm sure glad that our listeners are getting their news from us.
I'm just happy that I got into my computers. Well, stuff's loading now, but I got onto the
You know
interweb.
what? If we hurry this along, because it's going to take Bryce 2 hours to get to work, I can almost guarantee you. All right, so good luck, have fun, don't die. In the near distant future, perhaps actually happening right now, where kids are basically glued to their mobile devices so much they don't know anything exists around them, and school shootings are a daily occurrence, so much that new businesses open up where they can clone their kids soon after, and because it happens so much, some parents actually start having fun
Multiple times.
with the design of their cloned kids. Because, after all, it's all about having fun.
yeah, if you don't get it right the first time, just
That's
change
right.
it next time.
Yeah, you know what? I made her taller.
Or maybe make her a little racist.
I made her extremely tall. So it's like AI is creating itself to be the ruler of the entire universe, putting humanity into slavery or a trance, or maybe like the Matrix into its batteries. I don't know. This isn't explained ever, by the way, but go ahead, think whatever you want. It really doesn't matter why.
It doesn't matter.
Yep. Sam Rockwell comes back from the future, akin to Terminator, and he needs to put a USB stick into a computer of a 9-year-old boy to make AI have a conscience. This is the start of what turns into a wacky adventure, sci-fi, silly romp in a completely original story that's influenced by pretty much any time travel movie of the past. Just pick one, but mostly pick T2. The story is funny and action-packed, and the characters are all interesting and well-defined. And written where we have breadcrumbs dropped as foreshadowing, which by the end are exactly what most people, I'm guessing, predicted, as I did. But along the way, the twists and surprises and humor and excitement makes for a completely entertaining film. So much so that I really, 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 really liked it. And here's the reason why I liked it and didn't love it. Because it was a very fun ride, and Sam Rockwell and the grown-up versions of Goonies were all a fun cast. But the issue was with the pacing. They take almost every character and then momentum them back in flashbacks to tell us who and why they are at the diner that Rockwell starts his journey at. And sure, that's okay. But I felt that it slowed the action down a little too much. And so that by the time we get to the end, I'm looking at my watch and thinking, get to the final point. I'm already expecting it anyway, so which it did. Plus, there's a few things that didn't make sense. And no, I don't need everything to make sense, but it should probably make logical sense at some point in some of them, and some of them didn't. I'm not going to say what they are because I don't want to spoil it for people. I was satisfied and I was happy because it was a very high meh, but it's still a meh. Expect some bonkers, violent fun and a cute and predictable ending with some twists. It was fun. It was a little long. I felt they dragged some things out. I had problems at the end scene. That's all I'm going to say.
This film was insane from start to finish. Started off quickly and violently, and the action just took off from there. Other people have described it as Terminator 2 Groundhog Day, which is more or less accurate. Rockwell's character is forced to redo the same scenario 117 times until he gets it right. trying to find the right combination of civilians in the diner to help him save the world from evil AI. Director Gore Verbinski assembled a very eclectic team of supporting characters to help carry this film, each with their own fascinating backstory. Michael Pena, who for a change wasn't trying to be funny, Juno Temple, Haley Lou Richardson, Zazie Beetz, and yes, Jim, that was our friend Ryan Kruger from Fried Berry fame.
Yes, it was.
The story was bonkers, a true parody and timely tale of how AI will eventually enslave and kill us all. Pretty much the thing I'm most scared of in this world. That scene in the high school with all the brainwashed teenagers on their cell phones is what I imagine kids are actually like these days. It reminded me of World's End, the Simon Pegg Edgar Wright version, not that crappy Rogan Franco one. In fact, a lot of this film reminded me of World's End, with some T2 thrown in. For most of the film, it was actually working its way up to a mondo. Kills were bloody hilarious. That giant creature at the end was awesome. Unfortunately, this movie fell off the rails for me near the end. Too many things were just stupid and unrealistic for me, and I really didn't like the way it ended, like you said. So, not quite a mondo. But still a bloody good time. Sam Rockwell has never been better. Pretty high meh for me.
Yeah. It's a fun movie. Like, people should see this in cinema because it's fun. It's a fun movie. Bryce, what'd you think?
I thought it was a fun movie.
There you go. All right. So now we're going to talk
done.
about Wuthering Heights. Oh, sorry. Did you have anything else?
Do you have anything else?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
It was really fun.
Yeah, no, I had a good time.
All right. Perfect. Is
all you got?
Anything else?
I thought the performances were really good. Like Sam Rockwell. He was good.
Awesome. Anybody else?
Yeah, well, everybody was good in the movie.
Yeah, it was. Everybody
It
was
nice,
good in the
It
movie.
was nice to see Gore Verbinski make a wacky sci-fi
Yep.
romp. It was funny. I enjoyed all the scenarios as it rolled along. I had no problems with the flashbacks. I kind of wanted to get to know these people and why this is the group that's going to save the world.
I didn't have so much problem with the flashbacks. I had some problems with the length of the flashbacks.
All right.
Yeah, they shouldn't have been more than 5
They
minutes.
should have been more. Yeah, they shouldn't have been more than 5 minutes.
That's fair. That is fair.
So it was Mondo for you then.
It was too long. It didn't have to be as long as it
See,
was.
if they would have made them 5 minutes, huh?
It would have been 90 minutes and we're out of there.
Bada bing, bada boom.
I really liked the theme song, the "Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die."
Yes.
that played over the closing credits. That
Yes.
was awesome.
That was.
I like the ending. Here's the thing about the ending is we got to the ending and a whole bunch of stuff just made no sense to me.
Yes.
But then we found out, okay, now it makes sense because of the little twist at the end, which was sort of predictable the second the first person said something. And I'm like, this better end the way that I think it's going to end, because if it ends this way, I'm going to puke. And then it did end the way I thought it was going to end. So,
yeah.
So it was a semi-satisfying ending. I was fine with the ending. I don't know what your problem with the ending was.
Maybe not the word the ending, but the back.
Okay.
8/10 of the movie.
Approaching the final. Okay,
Yes,
yeah. So
yes.
like the last.
The very, very end was great. I actually liked the last scene.
Yes, the last scene was the last scene. Yeah, well, it's predictable. The last scene was very good.
Yeah, it's the
but yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Since it had me confused, because I'm like, how can you have a problem with that ending? Because that ending was actually very, very good. It's the 5 minutes before the last 3 minutes that wasn't so good. Well, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20. The 20 minutes before the last 3 minutes
maybe
wasn't so good.
17 minutes.
Okay, maybe 17 minutes. But yeah, this was a really enjoyable romp. As I say, you can tell that I'm glad that Gore Verbinski still has his sense of humor. He definitely does. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it immensely. But there was enough there to make it not Mondo, unfortunately. But it is still worth watching, and you should see it with a crowd if you can. The theater I saw was pretty packed, and there was.
Did we get a private screening for this, Mer?
There were some laughs.
Not completely. There was somebody up at the front, at the back.
Yeah, no, it's actually I was quite pleased. We went on Family Day, which is what President's Day in Yankee Land.
Yeah, it is.
There's people at like every screening we went to, except for the last one, which there was like 2 other people, but
yeah,
whatever. Sorry, this is meh.
All right,
thank you. That's the word I'm waiting for. Took long enough to get there.
I liked it.
It was fun. It was a high meh for me too. Yeah. Like I did like this movie a lot. All right, Wuthering Heights. Did
you see this one?
No.
You should have come with us, Murray.
Why did you not see this one? You love Margot Robbie.
2 reasons.
Okay.
One is Valentine's Day weekend, and I don't have a Valentine.
There you go.
And 2,
yes.
as I've said before,
what does that have to do with the
I had no car.
There you go. And
I was barely able to walk to the theater to see the Crime 101.
There you go. We should be lucky even he had that.
Yes, I saw 3 movies this week. That's for me a record.
That's a record for the Mur. I just want to say, just so everybody realizes, so far we're 2 movies in, and all of us agreed on both those movies. Just saying. All right, Wuthering Heights. Emerald Fennell is a sexual deviant with a very twisted and sick sense of humor. And from the opening scene, we are reminded of this. She gives us a hanged man who's hung. Well, we don't fully know that, but he definitely died with a boner. So yes, he was hanged, but was he hung? That's the question.
Yeah, I think, judging from that outline there, I think he was pretty well hung, Jim.
Okay, so he was doubly hung. On top of that, she has this ability to shoot and cast people in her films perfectly. Her ability to portray opulence in the filthy rich is a skill not all directors possess, but she absolutely possesses this skill. You know, when you go into one of her films, that if you go in feeling that I'm in for a serious ride, you are sadly mistaken. Her humor is so dark and twisted, but it's so intertwined into these stories. It boggles my mind at how clever of a director and writer that she is. And I really want Bryce to go back and watch her movie she made prior to Murder on the Dance Floor. On top of that, between her and her cinematographer, they present period piece pageantry in all its beauty. The film is shot majestically and meticulously, dark, but at times like a masterclass in lighting and scenery. The score and music by our newfound favorite Brat Life composer Charlie XCX are very well done and layered beautifully over the classic tale of love. Now, if anyone could take 2 completely horrible and horribly unlikable people who have suffered abuse at the hands of their father/benefactor, and then somehow make them even more unlikable, but not so much that you hate the movie, it could be her. She has this ability of taking unlikable people and making you like glued to the screen to look at. And finally, if anyone could take the classic story and make it worth sitting through for 2 hours and 16 minutes, it would also be her. But then again, it's Wuthering Heights. So no matter how good at all the individual elements are, it never really had any hope of being a Mondo for me. I'm sorry. The story is not good enough to make me sit for 2 hours and 16 minutes. I didn't completely hate this, thanks to everything that I've listed, and thanks to her, who's a brilliant director. But the length felt long by the time I got to the end, and there are a few things that I'm not going to list. But suffice to say, pregnant women do show at some point, and unlikable, horrible people who don't deserve any sympathy are hard to cry over, even if the ending was done almost absolutely perfect.
Why would you have to cry over anything in this? I don't even know where you're going with that. Why would you?
It's supposed to be
everybody in this was a horrible person.
Yes.
That's the whole novel. I don't think I was supposed to sympathize with any of them.
I think if you ask other people who are into romance, I think that they might have a different opinion.
I think that you're wrong.
Okay, well,
on this particular, there's nobody to like in this movie.
Okay,
doesn't matter. It's still a literary classic.
Except Nellie was Nellie was the most likable character.
Nellie was awful.
I love Nellie. She was the best character.
She was a conniving little witch too.
Yes, I know.
Everybody in this was a horrible person.
What the guy? What's his name? Wasn't the husband who married her?
Wasn't he?
No. Why was he such a bad guy?
He was the best of all of them, but he wasn't. He
wasn't terrible.
He wasn't a prince among men.
And Ribbon Girl wasn't a terrible person until she.
Well, she's a bit of a deviant.
She's a wacko. I'm not saying she's not a wacko. The characters in this are really good. She was also the thing. I'm not saying that they were all because they were all so awful. They were all very interesting characters. Yes,
I'm not
100% agree.
I'm not
with
like
you.
Murray, where I'm like I hated all of these characters, so I hated the movie.
No,
I actually
sounds like
I hated all these characters. Like there is not every single character in this is absolutely deplorable.
Yeah,
this is Did you give your rating yet?
No, it's a meh. Okay. It's a very, very high meh.
Okay.
I just don't like this story because it was too long. Here's the thing: if she cut 16 to 25 minutes,
this story could have gone on another 3 hours because this was so beautifully shot.
It was so beautifully shot.
This was one of the. This isn't this is a type of movie that you go. This is how you make a movie.
Yes, it's how it's shot.
You're taking a story that I would have zero interest in.
Yes.
I'm talking zero.
Yes, I completely agree with you.
And you have made it so unbelievably good that I'm like, what did I just watch?
It was really good. It was just too long.
am from the every single framing of the shot. The music was spectacular. The performances were great.
Yes.
Everybody in this was perfect.
Yes.
I thought this was wonderful.
So did I.
I hated every single character with every fiber of my being.
Nellie.
I wanted them all to suffer, and you know what? Most of them do. And man, was that satisfying. This is not a romance. I don't know. This stylized version of it had so much humor in it. This was just such a spectacular character study of these awful people that come together and they all make the worst possible decisions and it just all snowballs. And man, when you get into the meat of this movie in that last third where he takes what's her head as his wife. Oh my God, that's where it went to another level for me. Like I was enjoying this thoroughly, and then all of a sudden it's like
I agree with everything that you say, except
this movie
was too long.
No, this movie needed to be longer. I was so disappointed that I was like, oh no, this is gonna end soon. I wanted to go on.
Yeah, I stopped feeling that.
This was such a beautifully shot movie. I loved every single second of it.
I loved everything except the length.
This was wonderful.
And some of the stupid parts that happened.
This was so wonderful. I enjoyed every second. This was Wuthering Heights is the best movie that I saw this weekend. One of the best movies. Maybe it's got to be. I mean, we've seen a lot of good movies. We're like 6 weeks into the year, and we've seen some good movies. This might be the best that I've seen this year. This was a wonderful movie. It is. Emerald Fennell
editing would have made it
shown
perfect.
that she is just a freaking genius. Because I am sorry, she took a movie that I should have no interest in, and I was laughing when everything she wanted me to do, I think I did.
Oh yeah.
And she was not trying to get us to sympathize with anybody in here. She knew that this source material, everybody in it is just awful. And she shot this movie in a way that we see that everybody in this movie is just awful. And so well done. Kudos to her for not having a Hollywood ending.
I can almost 100% guarantee that a lot of people went to this movie and did have some emotional attachment to their love.
No way.
I'm not gonna, when we move on in this, I will look it up.
Yeah, there's absolutely no way.
Everything I agree with you in, except for there's a few stupid things in this that really bothered me. Like at no point do you show Margot Robbie even showing that she's pregnant.
Who cares?
Because it's a huge point.
She's always wearing these giant gowns.
Yeah, no, she wasn't, because she was fucking a lardy. Every other 5 minutes. You don't think he's pounding her that he's not going to see that
lights
you've got
like we got here. They're doing it by candlelight. You can't see nothing.
He had sex with her in every single, I don't know how many months he was having sex with her.
That's the thing. We don't know.
Yeah. So there's points in this that threw me out of the story, and the fact that it was 20
brilliant.
minutes too long.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Okay, here's
brilliant.
the thing.
By the way, this was Mondo.
Yeah. We know. It was.
You should know because you watched it.
Yes, it was really good, except it was too long and there were some couple dumb parts, which I've never seen in her movies before.
To you.
Yeah, well, that's what I say about you in Promising Young Women. So I think you should go back and rewatch that movie.
That movie's terrible.
It is not. You should go back and rewatch
it's
it.
God awful.
You're god awful. All right, so speaking of god awful, let's talk about Nirvana, the band, the movie, the show, the web series, the road tour,
the action figure, the t-shirt.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The t-shirt. There you go. Maybe it's because I had my soul drained out of my body by the movie we watched prior to this one, which happened to be that horrible, horrible heist film. But for comedies, maybe you just have to be in the right frame of mind when you watch them, especially docu-films about lovable losers, because I didn't find a mashup between Hot Tub Time Machine, Forrest Gump, and Back to the Future very funny. Not sure what else I can say about this film. It's very Toronto. It's very shaky camera doc feeling. It's very long for a 10-minute short skit concept. It's maybe a movie that if a couple of 20-year-olds made it as a high school Comtech project, I'd say, good job, boys. But it was 40-something-year-olds. And I know that comedy is sometimes ridiculous and silly. I mean, heck, that's the kind of comedy that I usually like.
No, I mean, this is from a country that has Trailer Park Boys and Kids in the Hall and things like that.
Well...
And this is trying to be like that.
I don't know what it's trying to be.
I never got Trailer Park Boys.
Well, I didn't get Trailer Park Boys either. I don't understand Letterkenny either.
You lived on the East Coast, you think it's the greatest show ever made.
Yeah, I guess.
I've got some friends that have just loved that frickin' show.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't get it.
I totally
because
don't.
we have
So
FUBAR.
I think it's very. I think it's very regional.
The West has FUBAR. There you go. But to be honest, I couldn't follow some of that. I'm putting this in heavy quotes, logic or the comedy.
Yes,
Maybe it was funny, and that horrible heist film destroyed my sense of humor for the night. Did you guys find it funny? Like, did you laugh at all, Bray?
No.
Did you laugh at all?
I smirked once when I saw the Got Milk poster of Jared.
Yeah, and Bill Cosby
and the Bill Cosby
was
thing,
was funny.
It was cringy humor, both of it.
Yeah,
but
back
it
to
was
before the thing.
both they were both before they had their issues. Let's say.
Okay, so the two posters, which really didn't take much to put into the movie, was the funny things.
Yes.
Okay, so no, this was a rage because I was so completely bored and I kept wanting this to end as soon as it was. Like, I get it. Like, it's ludicrous that you run a cable from the top of the CN Tower down to an electrical power grid on the side of a thing, but yeah, this was it was late in the night and I almost turned to Bryce at one point and said, can we just leave this early? It's not going to get any better.
Now you know where I was at.
Yeah, I was wondering why you didn't see it all. So like when Murray said,
that's why
I had to leave.
That's why. I was on foot and I wanted to catch a train.
If I was by myself and I wasn't with Bryce, I would have left.
Yeah,
that's what I'm.
No, everything you said, I agree with. Like, yeah, I have not seen one episode of this, whatever this TV show phenomenon that everyone seems to love. And yeah, I worked at a Cuff event on Monday where they showed this. Even though it aired at SIF twice, they showed it because it's coming out in theaters.
Well, it's Canadian
And
content.
this one girl, it was her third time seeing it. She saw it both times at SIF and was coming back to see it at Cuff and bringing friends. And one guy showed up dressed like the guy with
One
the
of
hat.
guys. Yeah, you know what?
It's like, okay, there's a fan base out there. I didn't get it.
You know what? Here's the thing about comedy.
That's the whole thing about comedy.
And I thought they were going to go back to the future because, the RV with the flux capacitor.
Yep.
And then, no, they turned it into Hot Tub Time Machine with the spill in the drink.
I'm a firm believer that comedy either absolutely hits or absolutely misses. And comedy,
for you
for you personally.
Yeah.
Like, and just because it hits for me doesn't mean it won't miss for someone else.
Yeah.
And it's just, and the other thing with comedy is a weird thing where if you go into a movie and you're not in the mood for a comedy,
you can't get out of it.
Or maybe you just had a day where you already watched 3 movies. The last 2 were both 2.5 hours long. And now you're doing the 4th movie of the night, and it's this movie. Maybe I can't give this movie a fair shake because I was exhausted. I sat through Crime 101, which was excruciating.
Yep. I think that sucked the life right out of us.
It might have.
I was so irritated coming out of that movie. I've never been so irritated coming out of a movie.
So you got into this movie and I just couldn't get into it. And I could see myself maybe getting into it with a crowd and maybe in a better frame of, well, not even frame of mind, just not after watching, movies since
Here's the thing, I don't know if I would have.
I don't know.
The screening I went to, there was no laughing there either.
Really?
Didn't hear any laughing.
Really? Well, there you go. I thought everybody was there dressed up and.
No.
Well, they did, but
everybody.
Not even that one person
was probably fans of the show.
But
I guess they didn't like it either.
All right, so you loved it, right, Mur?
Anyways, I think we've talked really enough of it. It was a rage. But it, as I say, I
won't be rewatching this.
I'm not gonna test my experiment. And,
well, we can't unwatch
my theory by just.
We can't unwatch it.
Well, no.
Here's what I'm going to say. If you like this movie,
if I could test my theory by okay, I'm in a really good mood. I'm ready for a comedy. Hey, let's put one on. And I could put it on and see if my theory's true. Maybe I'd enjoy it the second time.
But here's the thing.
But I'm not going to.
If Ebony and Ivory comes on, every single time I'm going to laugh.
Well, then that's the other thing. But there's a thing, though. This is a type of comedy that I think you got to be in a certain mood for. Ebony and Ivory is just a genius frickin' made movie. There's a difference between. I don't even consider it a comedy. Ebony and Ivory is something that should be in a museum. It is the tippy top of cinema. This is what we all should strive to make when we're making a movie. This is
especially a biopic.
Yeah. This is one of the greatest things that has ever been produced
in the history of time.
I can't classify it as a comedy because
it's transcendent.
It's transcendent. It is just pure frickin' genius.
There you go.
Which this movie wasn't, but Ebony and Ivory, goddamn, we should mention that movie on every podcast.
You know what?
Just to remind people.
You know what this movie was actually like?
It was sort of like Past Lives. But it was a poor execution.
Sometimes love.
But they went back in time and met up with their past lives.
Sometimes,
that's right.
No, there you go.
Sometimes you get past lives. Sometimes you get not quite past lives.
Yeah, sometimes you get past lives gold, and other times.
All right. Well,
lives
speaking of past lives, we're going to talk about cold storage.
There we go.
So, like the beginning of the story tells us, this shit is real. So listen up. From that, I learned that there is no such thing as a suitcase bomb. Even dudes like Tea-Cake can become heroes, and that the fungus from the Last of Us series is alive and well and living in Kansas. This is the story of Skylab that went out to space with a horrible fungus virus and came back to Earth, and then it came back and landed on Earth it was mutated and wanted to create The Last of Us, but instead got stored in cold storage. Now, we get Liam Neeson, who is hilarious in this, as the aging, decrepit, retired army colonel who was part of the initial crew to find the shrooms and had been warning the armed forces of its future catastrophic situation if not dealt with properly. We then get present day, where the army storage has this fungus stored, and the fungus has been let loose
Sure
in
has.
a 24-hour self-storage facility. And basically we get an updated version of Return of the Living Dead, minus the hilarity and the naked grave dancers. But instead, we get the best cast member of Stranger Things, along with a newfound love interest, who happen upon this fungus when the alarm goes off. And of course, Old Man Neeson is the only number on the file, so he gets pulled back to save the day. And he does it in a way only he can do, lying on his back in the rain with his back given out. This was a fun little horror zombie-like virus film with some fun gore and some classic Old Man Neeson funny bits to cut the tension. The first scene when that thing comes back, the play between him and what's her name?
Leslie Manville.
Leslie Manville. She's brilliant.
Yeah.
The two of them
Leslie
feeding together.
Manville's always brilliant.
She is. The two of them feeding off each other in the first
they had some
10
chemistry,
minutes of this was just solid freaking gold.
Yeah.
But alas, it gets a bit draggy, and we got a little too much love story between Joe Keery
There wasn't
and
really
Georgina
love.
Campbell.
Was there a love story?
Yes, they're dating at the end.
What?
Yeah. Did you fall asleep in it? Because at the
No,
end, they're
I guess.
dating and
Well,
they're on the hill.
yeah.
And he's there with her
yeah.
kid. Like, nobody introduces
Yeah,
them.
they're playing on the hill at the end of the
thing
movie.
is, yes, that's there. Okay.
Yeah, but there
We
wasn't-
didn't have a love story
No,
leading
but
up
it was
to
it was just
working its way
It's
up.
just working. It was too much story around them.
You could see that as their relationship developed, that they had a fondness for each other, but it wasn't like this big romance love story.
It was too much of them together and not enough Liam Neeson.
I thought their chemistry was great.
I thought so too. It was just too much and not enough Old Man Neeson lying on the ground.
All right, well, that's fair, I guess.
Of course it is. Yeah, and not enough heads exploding.
Neeson should do all his
they're
roles from now on.
lying on the
Laying on his back.
Exactly.
That's right.
It would just make it fantastic.
Then I don't have to watch him hobble around.
Ugh, him lying on his back was the funniest thing I'd ever seen in my
That
life.
was pretty good.
But this was fun. A little action-packed and, of course, a little corny. There was some really funny bits. It was a high meh for me. I really enjoyed this. And seeing this with Mur, I think, made it even better.
Liam Neeson, baby. You know I love me some old man Neeson.
So do
After
we.
all the Takens, CIA, Hitman, Thief movies he's made, Neeson has finally started to not take himself so seriously.
Yes.
After last year's Naked Gun, which he crushed, I was
He did
ready
crush.
for more comedy. I was not disappointed. What do you do when a long dormant alien virus is reawakened in a rusted old government facility and the government doesn't want to deal with it? You call Liam Neeson, that's what.
That's what you do.
He's dealt with it before, and he's the only one with the know-how to kick some alien virus ass.
I didn't know what... I was so excited to find out what item number 7 was, too, by the way.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it was the nuke, but
Yeah, it was.
It was.
We know that because they went and got it.
who did they
They
get
had to pick it up.
Bomb.
Who did they get to write this wild and crazy reimagining of the thing? David Kopp, or Keop, however you say it, who has a track record of amazing films such as The Jurassic Parks, The Paper, Mission Impossible, Stir of Echoes, Panic Room, Spider-Man, War of the Worlds, Black Bag, The Last
Black
Jurassic World, and now Cold Storage.
The last Jurassic World? Because that
yeah,
one
he
was
wrote that
good.
one too.
Yeah. ScarJo.
Man knows how to tell a story. Now, I barely know who Joe Keery is. I've never watched a single episode of Stranger Things.
I like his music.
I did just find out.
He's got hair.
I just found out
His
he
whole-
was in Free Guy,
Yeah.
one of my favorite Rai films. He was okay, I guess, for a lovable loser.
He's the best thing about Stranger Things, too.
I don't know
Is
how
he?
an ex-con gets a job as a security guard. I guess the standards are way lower in the U.S.
I don't know that he is.
Well, he's a guard.
No.
He says security on it, but
What
he's
Jim
ex-con.
said. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Best thing about Stranger. Yeah, I don't never watched it.
It's by
Don't
far
care.
the best thing about Stranger
No,
Things.
it's not the best. thing about Stranger
They also have the leader of the world's lamest motorcycle gang as their boss.
Fifth.
So whatever.
Fifth best thing about Stranger Things.
This film was so much fun. There was 100-year-old Vanessa Redgrape. I actually thought she was dead. I guess that was her sister. There was some super awesome close-up follow shots as the virus spread from creature to creature. The zombie deer was way cool. Just when I thought it couldn't get any crazier, something blew up. Between the bloody gore and Neeson's cheesy one-liners, this was a hell of a good time. Mondo.
Nice.
There you go. Cold Storage. Yeah, I mean, this whole movie is... It's kind of based on the chemistry between two people. You know, you got your Joe Keery and Georgina Campbell as Naomi and T-Cake or Travis, and then you got Liam and Leslie as Robert and Trini. And they carry the film, and it's so good. And yes, the scenes with Liam on his back and that was good stuff. They played up the fact that he's an old man and he's not a Superman like he is in these other movies where he's kicking the butt of two guys that if you had one of them, they just destroy him. So it's all believable. It was nice to have him in a believable role. And yeah, he's in these types of roles where he gets to just be... It's funny that you stick Robert De Niro in comedies, and it's poor choices too, but you just watch Robert De Niro in his old age doing comedies and it's like cringeworthy. And then you see Liam Neeson do comedies and it's like he's gold. So, it's weird that, and I believe De Niro can do comedy. I just wish he'd freaking pick a role that isn't horrible.
He's back with the
I don't
fuckers.
even... Yeah, that's going to be great.
I just want war with Grandpa, too.
Here's
There you go.
like everything you guys are saying about this movie is fairly accurate. I mean, it's an entertaining romp, and it has all sorts of cool little sequences in it. And yeah, the deer is kind of cool. Deer getting on the elevator, that's funny. Like there's a lot of humor in it, but it still felt long, and it was only 90 minutes.
That's what I'm saying. There was too much story of those two walking around the storage units.
I don't think there was too much story. I don't think there was enough story. This felt like an incomplete movie to me. I didn't need the end sequence with them on the hill and playing with the kid and all that. Like that was
showing
that
the
could be
result
thrown
of them hanging out for the whole
That could have been
movie.
thrown away. We didn't need to know any of that. But it's weird that I was enjoying it the whole time, but this was like junk food. It was like really enjoyable, but then at the end of it, I was completely empty. I did not get any nutrients. I didn't get anything.
What are you talking about?
There
you
was
had
nothing that
scenes with Liam
satiated.
Neeson
There's
embedded
nothing that
into your brain.
satiated. There's
Right.
nothing that satiated me.
Liam
It's
Neeson
all very-
on the ground,
All
Bryce.
very forgettable.
On the ground for half the movie.
However, the chemistry between the four, I'm going to say three of them are leads, and Leslie Manville, you can't call her a lead.
she's not really a lead.
But the chemistry between Manville and Neeson and Campbell and Keery made this movie for me. I thought that the interactions between them was great. I enjoyed every second of those scenes. Everything else was fine too, but it was a very meh movie.
Yeah.
But at the end, I mean, I wasn't not entertained, but if you asked me to describe this movie in 6 months, I don't even think I'll remember anything about it.
I'll just remember that
I
Liam
might
Neeson
remember
was hilarious.
Neeson on his back, maybe, but I don't. I
And then
honestly,
the
I won't
town.
remember.
The whole scenes in the town with
Nah.
the two of them walking around.
I won't remember any of it. But having said that, in the moment, it was enjoyable enough. It's mad. It's something you can go to the theater, munch on your popcorn, drink your soda, walk out, have a few laughs, and then by the time you get home, you'll have forgotten of what you saw. But that's okay, because you enjoyed it while you were there. you're going to forget about it by the time you get home.
The whole point of movies.
Absolutely. But it doesn't make it a fantastic movie, Murray.
It doesn't have to be a mind-altering experience.
No, it doesn't. But if it isn't a mind-altering experience, and if it's not going to stay with me, then it's not Mondo. It is meh. I enjoyed it. It was fine.
Thanks for just giving that extra explanation.
Yeah.
I think our listeners were a little confused there for a minute.
I think sometimes they are with our ratings, actually. I think we should explain our ratings more often.
I can say in particular, with your ratings, yes, I can see them sometimes being
whatever.
confused.
My ratings always make perfect
this had
sense.
5 minutes of Billy Crystal. This is the worst movie ever made. But that 5 minutes was funny. So it's meh.
No. So it was meh. What movie was that? That was like the Tooth Fairy, I think.
Yeah.
That 5 minutes of Billy Crystal was genius. He was so good.
I think you got depressed.
I don't actually.
Oh, you gave it a Mondo. That's right.
Of course I Mondoed it.
All right. Perfect.
I was disappointed
All right.
you
Yeah,
didn't.
Cold Storage was good.
I just felt it was a little long.
It was
It's like 90 minutes.
It was a little long. That's the thing. It was a little
shortest
long.
movie
at
of the
90 minutes.
week.
It should have been 77 minutes.
Hang on to your hat, Jim. You're gonna love this.
I'm already loving it.
To say I was disappointed by the latest Hemsworth-Ruffalo heist film, Crime 101, is an understatement. Unlike my esteemed colleagues here, I happen to love a good heist film.
Actually, I think Bryce likes
I like
films.
heist films.
Crime 101 was not that.
Don't put me in a box.
I always put you in a box.
I know you do.
But you
but
should
be in a
stay. You
box.
should never come out of the box.
You should stay in that box.
No.
You're like Jack. You keep popping out.
Yeah, I do.
So
Do-do,
here
do-do-do-do-do.
are some of my favorites, guaranteed to make both of these guys rage.
Well, let's see. Let's see. I'm not convinced.
The first one,
Okay.
The Italian Job. From
The original was
2001.
The original was fantastic,
I'm sure the original was much better, but I prefer this one.
but you haven't seen the original.
Apart from Ed Norton literally phoning in his performance, yes, he did. He was so pissed off he didn't give a shit the whole movie, and that's what his performance would look like.
So,
Reason why I hate him
must
so
have been-
much. And it also had the usually hammy Mark
Good
Wahlberg being Marky Mark.
Yeah, it sure
But
did.
it's got
he was
Jason
very
Statham,
Yeah, he
Seth
sure does.
Green,
And a bunch
and
of
some very cool
Cooper minis.
camera work and some tricked out Mini Coopers,
Yeah.
involved with some crazy car chase scenes. I still catch it whenever it's on TV.
There
I loved
you
it.
go.
And Donald Sutherland for like the first 10 minutes.
And I try not to be within 7 stations of when
Yes,
it's on TV.
I-
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't even want the number to be close. If it's on channel 101, I don't want to even be with it on channel
well,
94.
Crime 101?
I gotta go down further.
That's you.
That's right. Oh, that's a rage for me also.
The Bank Job, 2005.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
a
it was-
rage.
that was a
Another
rage.
Statham flick from early in his career.
Yeah, it's awful.
I just watched this one again recently, based
Oh.
on a true story.
Sorry
The Bank
about that.
Job is a smooth, very classic, really smart heist film.
What?
Saffron Burrows recruits Jason Statham to rob a bank in London of all its safety deposit boxes. With all kinds of nasty secrets about very powerful people. Drive from 2011. One of the few films that isn't about a bank or a casino robbery. Drive stars the Gosling as a stuntman
It's one of
It was
and a
okay.
getaway driver
It was
for a
brilliant.
small-time
It was
heist.
okay.
Drive is one of my favorite movies.
Albert Brooks is scary good as a small-time gangster.
That movie's fantastic.
Lots of thrilling car chase scenes. Hell or High Water from 2016.
Amazing.
Apart from Jeff Bridges' really horrible, grizzled old man
He's
accent,
fine.
this film was great.
This was great.
It's basically a modern
Preach on,
neo-noir heist western about two brothers played by Chris Pine and Ben Foster rob banks in dusty Texas to help save their family farm. They're hunted by two Texas Rangers. One of the few movies where you cheer for the bank robbers.
It was okay.
Logan
It was-
Lucky
what-
from
what?
2017.
It was amazing.
It was awesome.
Yeah, you guys preach on.
Logan Lucky from 2017. From the guy who did all the Oceans movies.
Logan Lucky was mad.
He might have finally gotten one right. This one features a gang of thieves that pull off a heist during a NASCAR race. Brothers Channing Tatum and Adam Driver try to rob the Charlotte Motor Speedway with the help of Daniel Craig, a master safecracker. But he's in prison. Jailbreak.
Even better.
Prison break and a heist in one movie.
Yeah, two of my favorite things.
Oh yeah, and Adam Driver has a prosthetic arm. It's made it more fun.
It was man.
It was Matt.
Jackie Brown.
Jackie
That's
Brown.
Armando.
That's Armando.
One of Tarantino's most underrated films. There's so much going on all at the
I think
same
it's
time.
his best film.
Pam Grier plays an airline stewardess who caught by the feds with drugs, torn between helping them catch her arms dealer employer, played by Sam Jackson, or getting away with her life. One thing Jackie Brown does show is how ensemble jobs are really about individual insecurity and desires. Many of these movies, they go from group dynamics into loner struggles. An all-star supporting cast featuring Robert De Niro, Michael Keaton, Robert Forster, Bridget Fonda, Chris Tucker,
Robert
and
Forster's
Mother
so good.
effin' Sam Jackson. So many moving parts and it's so fun to watch. Finally, Inside Man, 2006. I love this movie so much.
Meh.
Starring Clive Owen, Denzel Washington, Jodie Foster, and directed by Spike Lee. This heist hostage film, Clive Owen has planned the world's most perfect bank robbery, bringing a Wall Street bank and the innocent people under his control. Denzel is the hostage negotiator in charge of the operation. He's trying to be one step ahead. And Willem Dafoe's in it too. Complicating things is Christopher Plummer, the head of the bank, who brings in fixer Jodie Foster to negotiate the term of something valuable from the bank. So many cool twists and turns in this one, not to mention some excellent cinematography. Probably my favorite bank heist film of all time.
There you go.
Love it.
Sweet. Those were actually pretty good considering.
For the
that
most
they're
part,
There's
they're
like
good movies.
50 bank heist movies. I
Yeah,
picked
there's
the ones I like.
too many.
And most of them are highly rated.
Yeah,
Most of them.
most of them are
Temperature
horrible.
rising. Vision blurring.
Rage taking over.
Over.
All right, guys, hang on to your hats because this is going to be a real stretched out, long, and
Ding-a-dong
drawn
dandy.
out ding-a-dong dandy. My rage this week is Crime 101.
No, really?
That's your rage.
And that it actually exists
Did it
in this
happen?
universe.
I wanted to like it.
I really don't want to like it.
I don't want to say anything else. I
Yeah.
just don't want anybody to see this movie. You've got a bunch of talented actors, and then this movie. That's it. That's my rage.
There we go.
That's you, Bryce.
Yeah, I know. My rage, I guess, would be that Emerald Fennell, she'd be like 3 movies on her way to being undoubted if it wasn't for Promising Young Woman. So unfortunately, she's only 2 movies on her way to
You
being
gotta
undoubted.
rewatch that because I think you actually gave that a meh.
I think I gave that a rage.
Nope, I'm pretty sure you gave it
I
a
think
meh.
if you look back, I 100% gave that a
Oh,
rage.
did you? Okay. Well, you'll be wrong because
I would be
it
absolutely
was better
correct.
than the last movie she made.
No, it wasn't. You know what the last movie she made was? Wuthering Heights. Sorry.
It was meh.
Before that, it was Saltburn, which is
Yeah,
like
which is-
amazing,
which is
like another crowning achievement. She's made like 2 of the greatest movies ever. in the
Yes,
last
Promising
2.
Young Women
No,
and
stop
Saltburn.
it.
And then she made Wuthering Heights,
Oh,
which was really good.
you need to.
Needed
just,
20 minutes worth of editing.
To you.
All right, well, that's good. We both in agreement.
That was
It's
it?
2 out of 3 perfect movies.
Yes, we are. You're just wrong about which ones are
Yeah,
perfect.
you're right. You were absolutely
I am
wrong.
right. Thank you.
That you are wrong about one of them.
My rage is 2 of you.
All right.
Rage subsiding. Pulse slowing. Anger fading.
Last time on Rage or Dare, Jim pulled the 2007 Jessica Simpson film, Blonde Ambition.
Nice.
So, it's a musical? I mean, Jessica is a singer, right? No, it's a comedy romance. Who knew she could sing and act? This week, it's both our Rageoids' turn to Rage or Dare. Isn't that right, Bryce? Oh, wait, I forgot something. Hold on here. Let me see. I have it here somewhere. Oh, here. There it is. Come on, Bryce. Anywho, let's check in with Jim and see if this Willie Nelson, Andy Dick, and even the lovable Luke Wilson collab has the comedic chops to take the focus off Jessica Simpson's newfound talent, or did she miss her calling and should have stayed acting all along? Or should she have done more research into Chicken of the Sea? Tune in to find out.
I love that, man. All right. So it doesn't get any cuter than Jessica Simpson calling Willie Nelson Papa because she lives in what I can only assume is Hicksville, USA. You know, where Southern people are slow. At least that's what the movie wants us to think.
She lives in Hazard County.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Your dog.
Jim's been distracted because my dog's trying to eat his coat.
Okay, dog.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, you know what?
Benny.
He's doing really good.
Yeah, he actually is. He's been in the room
He
the whole
hasn't
time.
eaten paper yet.
Yeah, no, and he hasn't made a peep.
He's the most well-behaved little puppy.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Anyway, where was we? Oh, yeah. So her boyfriend, that's Jessica Simpson's, by the way, proposes and then immediately goes to New York to be a model. She surprises him, and surprise, he's in bed with someone else. So she stays in New York with her cousin from Hicksville, who somehow lives in a complete shithole apartment, and the cousin convinces her not to go back home because apparently everything that's happened so far makes that seem logical. She's a complete moron in New York. Your typical fish out of water tale. She ends up becoming a bike courier because her cousin has an audition to be a non-musical version of Cats. Yes, apparently that's a thing here in this movie. Then Luke Wilson enters. Thank God. Look, this movie feels like a competition between horrible acting and horrible writers. And to be honest, it's a tie. I have never seen worse writing, and I have never seen worse acting. At one point, I genuinely thought this might be the most painful movie I've ever had to sit through. And then, like a shining star sent directly from heaven, Karen Y. McLean shows up as Betty, the secretary to the company president. The evil VP and Andy Dick hire bad actor, singer Jessica to spy on corporate nonsense. But none of that matters because Karen McLean is a gift straight from heaven. She is the funniest character in this movie, an overprotective, thick and juicy comedic sidekick who absolutely steals every scene she's on. Even every time, just every time she's just on the screen. And then all of a sudden, they cut her out of the movie.
Oh, no.
Yeah. This honestly should have just been a TV series because that's how it plays out. It isn't funny, of course, except for Betty, played by Karen. Everything else is oral and visual torture. It's like being stretched on a rack, ripped apart second by second. Then Karen appears, and suddenly I'm transported to a secluded, all-inclusive island, being pampered by her brilliance, eating caviar and drinking Dom Perignon. If only she was in this movie for the entire movie. But they fired her.
Darn.
Because that was funny. At that point, the rack turns into more like being drawn and quartered. My soul drains from my body. I can physically feel my intelligence dissolving as the movie's stupidity seeps into my psyche. Just one note. she has no experience, no resume, no skills, yet the president hires her, and then she screws up in her first 5 minutes and somehow never gets fired. Of course. I just kept saying, Karen, why did you leave me? Why? This movie made me rage so hard I actually started despising someone I thought that was the most lovable actor of all time. No, not Don Rickles. I mean Luke Wilson. If
He's
this
always
were
quite
his
lovable.
only movie, he'd be permanently on the repulsive list because he was completely repulsive in this movie.
Really?
If we had gotten 5 solid minutes of Karen's brilliance, maybe if I was Bryce, this could have been a meh. But even with her coming back as the closing scene of the movie, she didn't even make it to 5 minutes. And oh, by the way, I'm not Bryce, so it doesn't matter how much minutes Karen was in this movie. It's a horrible, horrible, horrible movie, and it's a rage.
Wow.
Yeah, Jessica Simpson should stay as far away from acting as humanly possible. And every single person in this was painful to watch, especially Willie Nelson. Like, I don't know whose thought was like, let's get 2 singers to pretend they're actors.
They were in Dukes of Hazzard.
They were.
Jessica Simpson was in Dukes of Hazzard.
She played
Yeah.
Daisy.
She played Daisy in the
And Willie Nelson played
in the
Uncle Jesse.
reboot.
Yeah, there was a reason why I didn't watch that. Well, I did see that movie.
That was a
What?
movie that I thought okay, maybe it will be okay because Jay Chandrasekhar was the director, so I was like, okay, this is gonna be all right because he's from the comedy troupe, the Broken Lizard guys that do Super Troopers.
Yeah,
Or whatever.
So I was looking forward to it, but it was not good.
you know that's a funny series, though, right?
What's that?
You know that, right?
What the Broken Lizard?
Yeah, you know that's good, right?
Meow. Hey, meow.
All right, okay, we got to pull from the Merman's
How are you now?
bag of rage because it's pretty full, and we haven't Merman for a while.
The best part was at the end where he's showing the fingers and then he's like, just goes back, meow.
There's everything about that movie. Is
I love that movie.
All right, Men at Work, 1990. Oh my God. Charlie Sheen.
That's the Sheen brothers.
That's Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez
That's it. Where did we get this from?
from Merman's
Oh,
Ice Creamy
no.
Bucket of Rage.
All right.
I could not be more excited.
I'm sure you
I remember at the time I was a bit of a Charlie Sheen fan. I was like, this is going to be
I was
great.
too. He was in Wall Street. He was awesome.
Yeah, and
And
then
Platoon,
and then this happened. This might have sent him on that spiral.
this is might have what sent him to TV.
Yeah, this is like a TV show that was put into. Anyway,
It's.
I think Emilio Estevez even directed.
I'll
this.
tell you,
might have.
I haven't watched it in over 25 years, so
Me neither.
maybe it's.
So we're in
maybe,
for a treat.
Maybe it's aged
you are.
well.
I'm almost pretty sure it is. I can 100%
I'm
guarantee.
kind of looking forward to
Yeah,
it.
me too, actually. Well, thanks, Ragers, for listening. Thanks to the extended Film Rage family. You can find it in our show notes. Thanks to Casey from The Nerdy Photographer for the voice of Rager Darren, our God of Rage. Find us on social media everywhere at Film Rage YYC. Check out everything Film Rage at filmrageYYC.com, including our merch site for Redbubble and TeePublic. We're always going to make this raging blast for all listeners, so please comment, like, and subscribe, and send us emails to filmragecalgary@gmail.com. Dare us to see terrible movies to fuel our rage. But no matter what you do, please, 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 pretty please, 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 make us a rage. That's it for this week. Happy birthday, John. Rage on.
Rage on.